The woman avoided her gaze. Pretending to look out the window, the man carefully lifted the frail woman into the second car, her shallow breaths audible in the still night air. The young girl climbed in beside her, clutching her mother's hand tightly, her small frame trembling with anxiety. The car sped the dimly occasional streetlight, casting fleeting shadows across their faces. Inside, the atmosphere was heavy with silence, save for the faint hum of the engine. The older woman shifted uncomfortably in her seat, her arms crossed tightly as she stared out of the window. The young wife glanced nervously between her mother-in-law and her husband, sensing the tension but unsure of how to ease it. "That girl." The older woman finally broke the silence, her voice sharp. "Did you notice how ragged her clothes were? She looked like she hadn't eaten in days." The man tightened his grip on the steering wheel but didn't turn his head. "That's exactly why we're helping them, Mom." The older woman scoffed lightly. "Helping them? And what difference will it make? People like that, they have no one to blame but themselves. Probably no family, no education, no prospects." She waved her hand dismissively, her jewelry catching the faint light. The little girl in the back seat spoke up, her small voice trembling with frustration. "Grandma, that's not true. They're just like us, just not as lucky." Her grandmother turned her head sharply, her eyes narrowing. "Like us? Oh, sweetheart, they're nothing like us. You don't understand the way the world works yet." The child's face fell, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. "I understand enough," she murmured, barely above a whisper. "Enough to know it's not fair to leave someone who needs help." The man sighed deeply, his patience wearing thin. "Mom, can we not argue about this? That girl is a child, innocent, just like your granddaughter." The older woman bristled, but stayed quiet, her lips pressed into a thin line. After a moment, she muttered, "I'm just saying, this isn't our responsibility. Someone else could have helped them." The wife finally spoke, her voice soft but unwavering. "And if everyone thought like that, who would help them? What if it was us on that road, Mom? What if it was your granddaughter standing there?" The older woman didn't respond, but her fingers tightened around the strap of her handbag. The silence stretched again, but this time it was heavier, the weight of their unspoken thoughts filling the space. As the car turned onto the final stretch of road leading to the hospital, the little girl leaned her head against the window, her voice barely audible. "I hope her mom gets better, and I hope she has someone who loves her, like I do." The older woman's eyes flickered toward her granddaughter, her stern expression softening for just a moment. But she said nothing, turning her gaze back to the blur of trees outside. The car fell silent, with no one saying a word. After a long, quiet drive of about an hour, the car finally pulled up at the nearest hospital. The bright lights of the entrance reflected on the man's face as he stepped out, and hurried inside to handle the paperwork. He paid for every necessity, ensuring they were comfortable before turning back toward the car. The weight of his mother's disapproval loomed in his mind as he opened the door of the first vehicle, where his wife and mother sat in silence.